Look at that. It's like the whole army. I follow you now. Yes. Dahomey. Welcome to Dahomey. What will happen if a white person comes in?
Death.
He will die. Huh?
So the Maroons are an enslaved peoples from Africa who ran away from the plantations and created their own community in the interior of Suriname. So when they brought the Africans in Suriname, there was a few of them in between who said, I will look for my freedom. I will try to escape and see if there is life out of this, because the life they had in the plantation was a life of life or death. So they knew for sure that if they stayed at the plantation, one day they would die, or maybe they will be treated till you never know.
Yeah.
So they took the chance and ran away from the plantations, and they didn't took a bus or a boat or something. They just went into the jungle.
And that is why we had to sit on a boat for hours into the interior, which is the home of the Maroons. Out of the many villages along the bank of Suriname, we came across a very sacred and mysterious village called Dahomey.
They say you will get sick until you die if you try to force as a white man to go into this village. Yes, you will get sick until you die.
This is the home of African slaves that fled their masters, and they came to occupy this part of the country. They call it the interior, but interior literally means inland. But I found something interesting. When I came in here, I was trying to enter every single village that I see, because everyone that I see looks like me. I finally met someone called Maya. Hi, Maya. Okay. I love and appreciate black people. I mean, I always see black people in Africa, but moving out of Africa and seeing more black people even excites my soul. Hey. You know, but I was warned that in this village, if you're a white person, you are not allowed to enter.
Yes, this village here, the name of this village is Dume, and I think there's a country also in Africa called Dahomey.
Yeah. Okay. So it used to be called Dahomey. Now it's called Benin.
Benin, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but this village is spiritually they're very high. White man don't go into this village.
Really?
Yes, spiritually you cannot.
And I found that so mysterious. If you are from Africa, you know that one of the strongest tribes ever came out of Africa is the kingdom of Dahomey. So I am here because I know that I got so many audience from Benin, so many audience from Africa, that I'm more interested in why the name Dahomey. Why is it that no white person is allowed in here? I mean, they got their own beliefs and all of that, and I'm here to educate myself and also get the chance to educate you. But I think I need to use a boat before I'll be able to go up there. It's not allowed to walk in like that. This village is so mysterious, man. Hi! Wakey wakey! Wakey oh wakey! This is why I need to be Moses, man. So I had to use the boat to cross it, and we're gonna climb up to the Dahomey village. This is the Dahomey village.
Yes, this is the Dahomey village.
And what is so unique about Dahomey, man?
So what's so unique about Dahomey is that in Dahomey, it's not allowed like fancy things like camera. You cannot camera all over the village.
And at this moment, I also got scared because my entire bag is filled with cameras. So you know what we have to do? We had to go back to seek permission from the chief of all the Maroon villages. And on the very next day, we we head back to the village, but this time around, not on water, but on foot. I love how you can connect one village to another without using the water. So you can walk through the forest from a different village to another one. So that's what we're doing right now, because currently the water level is very low, so the boat cannot cross because there's so many rocks in the water. So what we're doing is like we're going to one village, and we cannot use the water side, so we have to use the forest to connect. What does this symbolizes?
This here,
Yeah.
it's the middle of the road to the next village. This is the holy entrance, so that as a symbol they use it to protect the village. So they kept the negative energy outside, and the positive can come inside. Yes.
Okay.
But if it have another meanings also. For example, if a woman is in her period, she cannot go through. She has she have to walk on the other side, not through the holy entrance.
And as I walked through the path connecting different villages, I felt Africa was running through me at that very moment. Indeed, this is Africa out of Africa. You guys did not leave this in Africa? You brought it here?
Yeah, it's part of our tradition.
No one can tell me anything else that the Maroons are not Ghanaians. We had the same tank to collect water in our villages. Mama,
Yeah.
how are you? Otindan, me, I'm from Ghana.
Oh, pavilion.
You come here with the airplane.
Yes.
Te yogo. Nico yogo.
When you are going, I'm coming with you.
Ah! I'll take you to Ghana.
Aso.
Oh, does she know anything about Africa?
No.
No.
De gama fu de afi kande dawo. Manga mi yata pu. De afi kande dawo. Ma wasabi de. Ma utasi de afero. Ta de da fu.
She said, the African is ours, but we don't know nothing about Africa because our ancestors they brought here, and they are the only one who knows something about Africa. We only see something about Africa in the movie or in the internet. That's it. We don't know nothing about Africa.
How old are you?
Ahakis yo many ayabi.
No, masabi. Deo.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
No.
And when you go to the villages in Africa like this, they don't know their age too.
Yes.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dahomey! How many people live in this village?
This is not a very big village and also not a very small village, but it's maybe right now they can be like 200 families live here right now at this moment.
First of all, I want to thank him so much for welcoming us to his village.
Okay, aí se funo kuma it pambi pikide, ta ambisi wandaka, aite o dobulu, no sawa Afrika mbiko aqui.
Bear in mind that there are different tribes of Maroon, and the Maroons at this side of the Suriname River are the Samaka, and the Samakas speak Saramakan. Can any of you pick a word from this language? I think it's quite interesting.
No fita henda walu sembe fudia wakamiata menu etia. Yeah.
Okay. He said, you guys are welcome because the first one he saw it that someone from Africa came here to visit, and the elders at that time didn't say no, and that's why they couldn't say no for you guys from Africa to here, and you guys are welcome because there's still a picture of that man that came here at that time in one of his uncle's house.
Which year? How many years ago?
About that, 10 years ago.
Approximately 30 years ago. Yeah, between 40 and 30 years ago.
He was a baby then.
He was like 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, does he know that his village is so popular in Suriname?
Yeah.
Yes, they know it because everywhere where he went to, he met people and they said, where are you from? Yes, I'm from Suriname in Dahomey. And they said, oh, I want to go to see that same village because it's very popular and that we know about it, about the culture.
Okay.
Yes, the spirit culture.
Okay.
Yes.
The name Dahomey came from Africa. One of the strongest tribes that ever came out of Benin. Are they aware of it? I don't know if some of you have watched the movie called The Woman King. And you've seen this gigantic statue right here. This is the representation of that movie. I mean, if I say that's a representation of that movie, the kingdom of Dahomey, Benin used to be called the kingdom of Dahomey, and it was women warriors who fought against the colonial master, and that's what Viola Davis came and then, I mean, brought that story out. So if you have ever watched The Woman King, this is where the story came from.
They said, no, they didn't know, as you told them, so they be aware of it that, oh, they were strong. But they knew only that there is a place named as their village, and they always said, we want to go there and to visit there once also, to know more about the name Dahomey.
Dahomey.
Yes.
So if that is the case, then how did they came up with the name Dahomey in here? I finally met someone called Maya in Dahomey. That's Maya. Romeo and Juliet. Hi, Maya. Okay. That's Juliet and I'm Romeo. Maya, I'll take you to Ghana. I'll take Maya to Ghana.
He explained that they didn't know, maybe their elders could know, but no one here who's right now here can explain why. They cannot explain why. But they knew that, yes, it's the name, but they didn't know they were so strong in Africa.
I was told that no white people are allowed in this village. Is that true? Dahomey.
Yes.
It's a village along the Suriname River. And when I got there, I found out they were telling me that no white people are allowed in there.
No.
I wanted to find out why the name Dahomey to that village, knowing that there is a country in Africa that used to be called Dahomey, but currently the name is changed to Benin. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to know the linkage between the name Dahomey in Africa and Dahomey in Suriname.
Okay. So from so far I have heard from my, let's say my older people. In slavery time there was a guy, a powerful man. He knew a lot of spiritual things and so on and so on. His name was Kunguka. And that man came from Dahomey.
The present-day Benin was formerly called Dahomey, which means that during the transatlantic slave trade, Africans were enslaved and taken from the west coast of Africa. I mean, in those days, there was nothing like Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Benin. So along the west coast, I believe that the only country that he knew that time was Dahomey. Hence the name Dahomey in Suriname.
So he lived with the people and his offsprings.
Yeah.
He kept them because he was powerful. And in that time, you needed a leader who was truly strong with a lot of knowledge of spiritual things, because the way of fighting with black people, with white people in that time was spiritual thing. Mm-hmm. They knew manner to move from here to another location in some time.
And if you have been to Benin, you know that Benin is the home of voodoo, which means that the people of Benin are too spiritual. I mean, you dare not to joke with the Beninois. I strongly believe that the kingdom of Dahomey is alive, and it's alive in Suriname. I mean, this is why our job is so important in terms of connecting the dot, bridging the gap between Africans on the continent and Africans in the Caribbean.
These people who is living at Dahomey, they are the offspring of that man. The last village that they made is this one. So they name it after the man, after the land from where their ancestor came. That is Dahomey.
But why is a white person not allowed in the village?
The man who has the, let's say, the spiritual medium, he was not anymore alive when the peace treaty was signed. So he himself didn't make peace with white folk, and everything what was his, also the spiritual things, didn't make peace with white folk. So Dahomey is a village where white folk don't allow to go, because the powerful spiritual medium lies there, and he don't like white folk.
Okay.
Every white folk who goes in, he see them like
enemy.
Yeah.
The spirit that they have here is a warrior spirit who fought against the European in the slavery time. And every time that the warrior spirit see white people, he get aggressive, so they want to fight. That's why they don't allow white people to come here.
What will happen if a white person comes in?
Death.
He will die.
Huh? And as someone who has explored and experienced life in Benin, when I found myself in this village, I saw the presence of voodoo, even though they don't have a name for it. What is the form of worship in here?
That's where they bring their sacrifice, God, and also their ancestors. That's what they believe in. Yes. Their sacrifice only water. Drinks, yes.
no alcohol. The gods like alcohol.
They use alcohol, but not plenty. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
The most drink that they use here, they press the sugar cane to take the juice of it, and that they use here.
In Benin, Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, we call it voodoo. Like he just told me, he do sacrifices to the gods. In Dahomey, it's called voodoo. Here, do you have a name for it?
The way that the name that we have for it, that we are praying.
A way of praying.
The way of praying, the way of worshiping.
Okay. I want to know some of the don'ts in this village.
Okay.
One of the don'ts
Yeah.
is that white man don't come in this village.
Okay.
This is one of the don'ts. And the other one is not everywhere in this village you can go like how we dress like this.
Okay.
Just like we dress in the morning with the kamisa, the banjakoto, you are compulsory to dress like that to go to that kind of area. Like for example, they give, if a woman get her periods, you have to stay in the area of that house there.
Okay.
Is there separated house? Only in that area you can move. And sometimes when they have to worship, if you had sex last night and the day after, you cannot join in their worshiping.
Wow.
Yes, that's all the don't.
But that's your wife.
Yes, but you have to be away from, keep yourself away from sex.
Do they have any connection with Africa?
No.
There was no chance to make the communication. Only in the decent year, with the communication of the technology, so they get communicated with Africa. But the chief here, his father, tried to communicate at that time, long time ago, to go to recognize what is similar there and here. Yeah, and he didn't get the chance to do that. So it never happened.
Are they hoping to see the king of Dahomey come visit them in Dahomey here? The king of Benin.
Yes.
Are they looking forward? Because the king of Benin, if he sees this video, probably he will come and see them. Are they looking forward for the king of Benin to come and visit them?
Captain? No, well,
it will be a pleasure to meet him here because they hear that Kings is coming into Suriname, but only in Paramaribo and not here in this village. And if it's be possible, and if it can be possible, there will be great, and it will be an honor to meet him here in this village, Dahomey.
I believe that whatever traditions and culture of the people of Dahomey is exactly the same thing these people are practicing in here, but there is a disconnection, and this is why I am here. I believe that most of you didn't even know that there is a village in here called Dahomey, but now you know. Can we make that connection? Can we connect our people? Can we bring the people together? Can we bridge the gap? Can we bring the culture from Africa to Suriname for them to experience, for them to get in touch with their own people? This is my request, and I hope my request will be granted. I believe that they will all be super excited to have your presence in this village. Help me share this video. Help me tag any king or chief that you know across the continent, and welcome them to Dahomey village in Suriname. What does that mean?
Good night.
Oh, okay. Good night. Yeah, so I came to the Dahomey village. It's time for me to go back to where I came from. And I'm gonna walk within this forest all by myself because they are saying goodbye to me. So it's about time for me to continue my journey to the next step. So, bye-bye. All right, so this is a Dahomey village where no white person is allowed, formed by the Maroon people because of how they were mistreated by their colonizers. So they decided to escape the plantation to form their own villages. Hence the name Dahomey. I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos from Suriname. Thank you.